Okay, so hey there guys. So it is time for another favorites video. So I'm going to talk about my July favorites. There's not too many products here because I didn't really try anything too new until like the tail end of July, but I do want to talk about one eyeshadow palette, and I have a couple of complexion products and some chic products, so let's just jump right into it. So the eyeshadow palette I wanted to mention, actually I do have more than one palette to talk about. Hold the phone. So I did go back in, so I did try a new eyeshadow brand to me this month, and the palette I wanted to talk about is the Clarity Cosmetics I Love Coffee palette. So now I have tried this palette out, palette out enough to update you guys on whether I like it or not, and I do really like this palette. The only thing is that I feel like the mattes are kind of very powdery when you dip into them in the pan, but when you apply them to your eyes, there's like no dustiness whatsoever. They're very pigmented and they go on beautifully. This shade, Cream No Sugar, is light enough for my brow bone, and so is Whipped Cream, but I like the different options that you have in here. When it comes to the mattes, you have 3 warm tone mattes and then 3 like cooler tone mattes. So you could do a cooler tone look or a warm tone look, and I think that there's enough selection in the mattes where I don't really get bored with them. And the shimmers in here are so freaking beautiful. They are so metallic and so soft and pretty on the eyes, and I just really have been enjoying them. So this is what they look like. Like, these are insanely pigmented, and they are just so beautiful on the eyes. They're a lot smoother on the eyes than they look in a swatch, because they're kind of, again, a bit kick-uppy. When I swatch them and everything, I kind of got a little bit on my pants. Of course, what is a video without me getting shit on my pants? And then I will swatch a couple of the mattes. They are really, really nice, very pigmented, very smooth. The only complaint that I have, so these are the 2 mattes. So the 2 shimmers that I swatched were Macchiato and I believe, what is the other one? Caramel Cream Frappe. I think those are the 2 shades, Caramel Cream Frappe and Macchiato. Very beautiful, highly metallic. They go on beautifully. Very, very smooth to apply, and the mattes are, again, very easy to work with. The only thing is that the palette gets very, very messy, because since there is like a lot of kick up from the pan, it just gets a little bit messy. So I just wanted to mention that, but other than that, I really have been enjoying the formula, and it really is a very nice formula. So if only I could put this back. Okay, so that is that one. And then the other one I wanted to give a shout out to is the Odendai Planet Spirit palette from Batty Bean. I have been dipping into this quite a bit this summer, and also the past like month or two. I really just wanted to go back into this palette a couple of times. I think I've used it twice, but I think that this palette is just so pretty. And honestly, it is like kind of like night and day as compared to the, why is my nose running? As compared to the Flora Story palette. I think that this one is much easier to work with. The mattes are way more pigmented and punchy. I feel like it doesn't take too long to figure out like what kind of look you want to do with this, because the mattes are just so pigmented that you really only need like 2 of them, and your look is basically already like deep enough that you can just go in with a shimmer, and that's it. Like, that's all you need to do. And the shimmers in here are so insanely pretty. I finally was able to wear this shade again, Familiar. It is such a freaking stunning shimmer. It has like this twinkliness to it, and it's just such a stunning like tealy shimmer. This is still my favorite shade in the palette, and it's just so insanely reflective and beautiful. I wore this palette out when I went to go see Mission Impossible, and I wore it with like this tie-dye shirt that had like similar colors, and I used like the orange and the green and the purple and the I used this shade on the lower lash line and this on the lid. It was so pretty. So yeah, I just wanted to mention this one because I really have been enjoying it still. And I was able to go into it a couple times this month. But the Clarity palette is the newest to my collection. And I am actually wearing a new palette today because I'm wearing the Bella Beauté Bar Sun in the Sea palette. This is going to be in my August favorites because I tried it in August. But I just wanted to tell you guys what I was wearing. It's so good, by the way. First impressions will be up on that palette soon. But I have been wearing it the past like 4 days because I want to test it out as much as possible. Okay, let's go into complexion products. So I do have a foundation to talk about. I picked this up, I believe, like the third weekend of July, and I have been absolutely obsessed with this foundation. So this is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Undetectable Stay True Foundation, and I have mine in the shade 1R02. Oh my god, this foundation, you guys, it is so beautiful on the skin. If you want a lightweight everyday foundation, this is your guy. Like, it is just so weightless on the skin. It literally just looks like second skin. And this foundation was so perfect for me when my face like had that friggin' allergic reaction. It was so horrible, you guys. Like, I've never had a reaction like that before in my life. My eyes were swollen, my face was super red, my face was like inflated. It was just terrible how swollen it was, and this foundation was just so easy on my skin after my skin calmed down and I was ready to wear foundation again. This was literally the only one I was wearing. It's just so ridiculously lightweight and so buildable on the skin, and it's just such a stunning complexion product. I think this is my favorite formulation of the Makeup Forever HD foundations because they reformulate this foundation constantly, but it's so good and I'm so excited to keep on using it throughout the rest of the summer. I also think that this is a fantastic summer foundation because, again, it is so lightweight. You literally feel like you're wearing nothing. And I honestly feel like this is a little bit lighter coverage than some of the tinted moisturizers that I own. Like, even lighter coverage than the Cali Ray Skin Tint that I finally tried this month. This is actually lighter on the skin, and it's really, really nice. So I really have been enjoying this Makeup Forever foundation. And then I've also been in love with the coinciding concealer. So the whole reason why I went to Sephora is that I wanted to pick up the concealer and like a bunch of other products. I wasn't really intending on picking up a new foundation, but then I was like, why don't I just try the foundation too? And I ended up loving it. And I'm obsessed with this concealer too. So this is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Smooth and Blur Undetectable Concealer in the shade 1.1N. This is such a fabulous concealer, you guys. This has been my favorite concealer these past couple of weeks. I'm wearing my NYX concealer today because I've been wearing this quite a bit and I wanted to wear the NYX one today. But this one is just so amazing. It is so good with every single foundation and tinted moisturizer in my collection because it's such a beautiful like medium coverage that it like blends seamlessly into any like coverage kind of product that I pair it with, like with a lightweight product, with a more medium to full coverage product, or a tinted moisturizer. Or these two are a match made in heaven though. They look so beautiful together, and I was wearing this combo like all week last week because I just was obsessed with the way it made my skin look. They are both fantastic products and I highly recommend them. Also, the foundation is on sale right now, so if you guys have been interested in trying this, I would pick it up now. I don't know if they're discontinuing it again, though, because I have a feeling that's why it's on sale. So, yeah, these are both amazing. So, those are the two complexion products I wanted to talk about. And then I have a couple mascaras that I want to talk about, if I could grab them, because I did try a couple of new mascaras this month. And I've been loving all three of them. Oh, here's the other one. Jeez, I swear to God, I can never find anything in here. These are literally the only things I need to dig out of here are just these freaking mascaras. Okay, so the three mascaras I wanted to mention is the first one is the Valentino. I don't even know what this is called. This is the only Valentino mascara that they offer, though. Like, this is the only mascara in the whole line. So this is the Valentino mascara. I love the red packaging that it comes in. It's just so striking to me. It does feel a little cheap, though, because it just feels like plastic, to be honest. But this mascara is really, really good, you guys. I really love how full and curling and lengthening this makes my lashes. I've used it quite a few times, and I really, really like it. So I think it's worth picking up because I think it's a really good mascara. But honestly, I think, like, if you want to get the same effect of this mascara and you don't want to spend like $35, the Gwen Stefani Can't Stop Staring mascara is still my favorite, and it's pretty similar to this formula. And also the next one that I'm talking about is just as good, but I do like that this one really curls my lashes and gives my lashes a lot of length and volume, so I really do like that one. And then the other one I've been wearing a ton is the Ami Colé the Lash Amplifying Mascara. This mascara is really, really nice as well, and this one makes my lashes really long and lengthened as well. And this is what the one looks like, and this one's really, really nice. I've been using this one a ton. I really am glad that I decided to try Ami Colé this past month, and I love the orange packaging. I love the orange tube, and it's a really good mascara, so I really like that one as well. And then the last one, of course, is the Tower 28 what is this called? Make Waves mascara. A lot of people love this mascara for good reason. I did just recently repurchase this, and I just wanted to shout it out again. It's just such a good mascara. I love the curved wand, and I love that it grips on to each individual lash, and it really gives you a nice curled lash to your lashes. So it's a really good mascara. Okay, so that is it for mascaras. Now let's go into some cheek products. The cheek products I really want to go, I'm like, some cheek products. So the ones I really want to talk about are the ones that I've been using through actually the entire month. I think these are the only two that I have to mention besides the one that I'm wearing today. So I wanted to talk about two cream bronzers. So I actually have just recently gotten into cream bronzers this past month. And I did get the new ColourPop bronze sticks because I really was interested in trying one of these bronze sticks, because I was like, well, if I'm going to try a cream bronzer for this first time, I really want it to be from ColourPop because I usually end up always loving their formulas. So I wanted to pick up the bronze stick, and this one is in the shade Laguna Beach. I think they released a couple of new shades of these like a couple of weeks ago. So I picked up like the lightest shade, of course, and this is so freaking nice, you guys. I've been using this a ton. I've used this at least throughout the whole month of July, and it's just such a nice cream bronzer. I really, really like, I think I prefer more like the sticks from ColourPop, because a lot of people are saying that the new cream blushes aren't that great from them, and I actually didn't pick any of them up, and then I've been seeing like the reviews on them, and from Morgan Turner, from Angelica Nyquist, and from Batty Bean, they all say that they are super sheer. So I would just say stick with the cream sticks from ColourPop, because those are very nice and pigmented, and I've loved those for such a long time, and I've recommended them like so much to people because everybody sleeps on them, and then I'm like, they're so good, like why do I need to pick up their cream blushes, because people are saying they're not that great. But anyway, I think that the bronzer stick is really, really nice, very pigmented and blendable, and I really love how it looks on my face. So I've been using this a ton, and I really, really like it. I really like wearing this. It's really, really nice. It's super easy to work with. You just swipe it on, and then I just blend it out with a brush, and you're good to go. I actually think it's easier to blend out than this guy. So this one I also picked up a couple of weeks ago. So I picked up the Tower 28 Bronzino Suncoast bronzer. So this is one of their illuminating bronzers. So they have these, and they also have like the more contouring bronzer kind of cream bronzers. But this is so, so nice, and it's a really nice like sun-kissed kind of glow for the summertime. It's a really pretty like illuminating bronzer, and I don't really own that many illuminating bronzers, so I was kind of interested in trying this. It's a lot more natural looking than the ColourPop one, but I just find that I've been enjoying more cream products lately. I've been trying to get into more cream products lately. I kind of took a break from cream products for such a long time, and then so many new like cream blushes and cream products have been coming out this past summer, because for some reason, like, once the summer hits again, people are like obsessed with cream products. And I really have been liking this one. I really don't dislike any Tower 28 products that I try. I always end up loving my Tower 28 products. And I was just so interested in trying this and intrigued to try it. And it's really, really nice. I have it on today and it just looks so pretty. It kind of just adds like a light bronzy illumination to my face rather than being like a straight up bronzer. So those are the two bronzers I really have been loving. And now let's talk about some blushes. So I did try quite a few blushes recently, but I'm going to talk about the ones that I've been able to use a couple of times because I haven't been able to go into some of them again after I tried them for the first time in July, but I'm pretty sure that these were the ones that I tried like the last week of July. So, but this one I know I tried earlier because I got this one earlier in the month. So the first blush I want to talk about is the About Face by Halsey Cheek Freak Blush Balm, and I picked up one of these in the shade Raunchy, and I've used this quite a few times, and this is a really, really nice blush. I heard kind of mixed reviews about these, but I finally just bit the bullet and wanted to try it myself, and I do think that this is a really, really nice cream blush. One of my favorites I've actually tried in a while, and it's just a really nice like cream orangey peachy shade, and I've used it quite a bit, and I actually was inspired to pick up About Face because they actually are carrying it in my Sephora, and usually, I mean not Sephora, Ulta. Usually my Ulta doesn't get like any new brands that Ulta decides to carry. Like Ulta has Chanel now and Natasha Denona and Dior, and I think they're getting Pat McGrath soon. But they got About Face, I think, like last year, and I'm surprised that they even have About Face in my Ulta. So I decided to pick them up there. So I picked up one of the cream blushes, and I really, really like this. It's really beautiful on the skin. It goes over powder super easily. So I really have been enjoying that one. And then the other blush I wanted to talk about is the new Give by Gwen Stefani blush duos. So I got one of these, of course. I had to pick one of these up. I really wanted this shade Flirty Talk. So this is the Feelin' Cheeky Amplifying Blush Duo in the shade Flirty Talk. So I've been able to wear this one twice, and it's a really nice, like, corally peachy duo for the summertime. I've just been mixing both of them together and applying them. But be careful because they are pigmented. So the second time that I did that, because I've only been able to wear this twice, I can't keep it open though. Oh my god, you guys. The scent of Gwen Stefani's products are just so overwhelming. So just keep that in mind because they are very fragranced blushes and highlights. So if you're sensitive to getting migraines very frequently, I would suggest not getting her products because they are so highly fragranced. But I'm just saying that it's a really, really nice formula. But I would say, like, after you dip into it, just like dab it off with like a tissue with your brush and just like dab it off because it's very pigmented. So I really have been enjoying this guy. And then the other blush, the number one blush that I tried this past couple of weeks, I'm pretty sure I tried this the last week of July. I haven't been able to go back into it again until like a couple of days ago, but I'm pretty sure I tried it the last week of July. So this is the Makeup by Mario Soft Plumping Blush Veil in the shade Just Peachy. I think I tried it last Saturday. So when was that? Not this past weekend. Was it this past weekend? Oh, crap. Maybe I can't talk about it. I'm not going to talk about that then. Hold on. Okay, so I can't talk about any of the other products that I've been loving because I didn't try any of that stuff until August. Because I forgot that the only day in July that I was able to try all the Sephora stuff that I got was literally the 30th of July. Because the 31st I couldn't wear makeup because that's when my face like had that allergic reaction. So then all the other products I didn't get into until the 1st of August. So the only other product I want to talk about is the LYS highlighter because I did try this on the 30th and I really have been loving this one. So this is the LYS Beauty Aim High Press Powder Highlighter in the shade Brave Champagne. And this one is a really beautiful, like, golden-y toned highlighter, and it's super, super pretty. And it's a really pretty, like, champagne-y gold on the cheeks, and I really have been loving this one. I've worn this one at least 3 times since I've gotten it, and it's really pretty. I really want to try some more LYS products in the future because I think they have some really great stuff. Maybe I'm going to try one of their lip products, maybe one of their blushes. We'll see. I have enough blushes to kill somebody now, though, that I don't really need any more blushes in my life. So that is everything complexion-wise. And now I just have a couple of lippies to talk about. Because, again, I can't talk about any of the other lip products that I picked up because I didn't try those until the end of... till the beginning of August, but I do have a couple of lippies that I tried in July. So I also picked up one of the lipsticks from Halsey. So this is the Painted Matte Lip Color in the shade Slumber. So I did want to try one of her matte lippies as well. So I picked up one of her liquid lipsticks, and I really do like this. I haven't even hauled this yet, but I'll talk about it in this video. And it's really, really nice, very comfortable on the lips. I've worn it a couple of times, kind of like a more mid-tone, like chocolatey nude. And it's really, really nice. It has a very comfortable formula. It almost feels like a mousse, like a lip mousse on your cheeks. On your lips. And it's very, very nice and very comfortable on the lips. So I really have been enjoying this. I've worn it a couple of times so far. And then... I'm not really in love with the Clarity blushes. I would have mentioned them, but I think that they're too pigmented. And I've only been able to go into both of them once, so I really just want to use them more again. I already knew that I liked the Gwen Stefani blush because it's not as kick-uppy in the pan as the Clarity ones are. I'm going to have to try the Clarity ones more out before I say that those are favorites. I do want to use them more throughout this month. I'm wearing the Pat McGrath stick that I bought today because I really wanted to go into that. I'm wearing the Peach Lotus one, and this one is nice. But again, I didn't try it until the beginning of August. So, but then this I wore definitely a few times. And I wore this like literally on the last day of July. But I really just want to mention it anyway because I knew that this was an instant favorite. So I did want to get one of the Ami Colé lip oils. So I got the clear one. And this one is in the shade Reflection. I have been wearing this so much over the past week or two. Especially when I wasn't wearing any makeup. I was just wearing the Ami Colé mascara with the lip oil. And I felt like I could mention the mascaras because mascara is like not that hard for me to say like what I've been liking. Because I pretty much knew I liked both of those after I tried them. And I used the Ami Colé mascara I think like the day after I didn't technically try it until August, but I wanted to mention that one because I've been wearing it so much. I haven't been able to go into the blushes enough, and also again I didn't try those until August, but I don't need to clarify how much I've tried a mascara if I really like it. I'm just going to mention it anyway, but this is amazing. I think this is probably one of my favorite lip oils I've ever tried. I already think I prefer this one over the ColourPop one because this one actually stays on my lips and really just soaks into my lips. The ColourPop one kind of like sits on top. It's still a really, really nice lip oil formula, but it just doesn't last as long as this one does. This one really nourishes and soaks into your lips by the time you're done with your makeup. I just used it today for the first time to prep my lips because I just ran out of the Dewdrop lip oil and it's really, really good. And then I did want to mention just a couple of ColourPop products. So I did get a couple of ColourPop products along with the bronze stick. I wanted to pick up 2 of their like reformulated lippies. So I did wear this one a couple times this month. So this is the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Double Date. So I wanted to pick up one of the nude shades, and this one's nice. I like it. It's a very pretty like nude shade, and I really have been enjoying wearing it. But I don't see much of a difference between this formula as opposed to the older one. I do like this, and it's a lot more comfortable than their original formula was. I know a lot of people would complain that the older formula was really dry and uncomfortable and cracky and all of that. But this one is nice, but I find that it does wrinkle my lips quite a bit. And I'm not like in love with the way that looks, but I do like it and I will continue wearing it. So it's still a favorite because I've loved the Ultra Matte lips for years. My thing is that I don't see much of a difference between these formulas as opposed from the old to the new one. Also, I find that to be the case with the gel liners that they reformulated. I don't think they changed a damn thing. They're not they're not any more pigmented than they were. They're not, some of them are less pigmented than others. The one that I really do enjoy still is the shade Peach Fuzz, which I'm wearing, but I don't think they really changed anything. Like, they feel like the same to me. And then the other guy that I wanted to talk about is the Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Still an Icon. I was finally able to wear this one, I think, around the last week of July, and this I do like, but it kind of is not, it's not really an ultra blotted lip. It's kind of just like a less pigmented version of the ultra matte lip, and it kind of dries down to be matte, but it's not completely opaque. That's really like the only difference, is that the ultra matte lip, you're going to get a lot more pigmentation. With the ultra blotted lip, it kind of like doesn't stay on your lips well enough. Like, it will wear off when you're eating or you like wipe your lips or something, but it's a really pretty pinky shade, and I really wanted to try the reformulation of these because I never really was like a huge fan of the ultra blotted lips to begin with. They actually have reformulated this now twice, because the other ultra blotted lip that they came out with was the like glow stick versions, and that was actually my favorite version of the ultra blotted lip reformulation, because I think that it's just a nice, like, I think that's this one. I can't, yes, this one is the ultra blotted lip that I have, and this is the best formulation that they did, because this one kind of feels like a matte lip blur, and it's like kind of like a blotted lip because it's not like completely opaque, and I much prefer that one over this. This one is just like, okay, it's good, but it's not like, oh my god, I need this in my life. I just really wanted to try the new version of it, and it's not really anything to write home about. So I would rather just pick up another one of the ultra matte lips again, because at least they'll stay on my lips better. And then the last one, and then we're done, is the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip. This was actually my favorite thing out of the 3 lippies. I really enjoyed the new gloss formula. So this is the Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Sugar Cookie. I actually did really like ColourPop's old Ultra Glossy Lip formula, but this one is even better. I think I owned this shade like a while back. This one's the shade Sugar Cookie. I think this might have been one of the first glosses that I ever picked up from ColourPop, but they did re-release a lot of their older shades in the newer formula, which I thought was really, really cute, and also very smart of them to re-release the shades so people can pick up their old favorites. But this is so nice. I've been wearing this a ton this month. I wore this to the beach. I wore this to work a couple of times. I wore it just in my boyfriend's house just to wear a gloss, and I really have been enjoying this color. So I think I've worn this at least like 4 or 5 times, and it's a really beautiful like metallic formula. And also, I'm so glad that they changed the ultra glossy lips back to the doe foot applicators, because that freaking brush applicator was literally why I didn't want to purchase their glosses anymore, because the brush would just ruin the consistency of any lippy you were wearing, because it would like brush over it and like take off the lipstick. So like I literally could not wear any of those glosses unless I like dabbed it on, and then like your fingers get all sticky and it's like freaking annoying. Like, you shouldn't have to babysit a gloss that much. But also, like, it would make the lip gloss like so heavy and so like sticky on your lips that it just was not a pleasant experience. So that's why I kind of just stayed away from their glosses for a while. And now I'm so because like the So Glassy formula is my favorite formula. I have it literally in front of me. I love this gloss so much. This is the shade Solana. I much prefer the So Glassy formula, but now I finally can appreciate their ultra glossy lip formula, and it's really nice. I like it more than the Luxe formula too. Okay, that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at cbw819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. We got that without stumbling. We got through that without stumbling. And yeah, that's everything that I've been loving this month. And what are your favorites this month? I would love to know. And have you tried any of these products? Let me know down below. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye.